What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Alex Thomas here, back with another video for you guys. I'm here with another review for you guys. I'm here to review The Last Dance, the 10-part documentary series about Michael Jordan and the 90s Bulls. Basically, this documentary is about the final season of the 98 season of the Bulls, winning their 6th championship, and is also following the other previous 5 titles and everything that the 90s Bulls went through throughout the whole time that Michael Jordan was on the team, as well as other events dealing with Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman, Steve Kerr, Phil Jackson, a lot of other players that also was on the Bulls team. This documentary was directed by Jason Hehir, if I'm not mistaken, that's his name. I'm sorry if I'm butchering your last name, but like I said, I hope you guys are ready for this video. I'm also going to be doing another video with my father on more of an in-depth discussion about more things about The Last Dance. This is just another quick review that I wanted to get out for The Last Dance. I know the Last Dance been out. It's about to come up on a year. I think it came out last April because they pushed up because of the pandemic. But I wanted to get a review out as well, and it obviously is Black History Month, and this is a very important thing for the Black culture and for Black History Month. So I wanted to get the review out. I wanted to give my thoughts out. I've seen this documentary so many times just because I'm trying to get so much of it in my brain. So when I talk to my father, I know exactly what I'm talking about on every single thing that's happening. So I hope you guys are ready for this video. Please tap that like button. Please subscribe for more. And let's get into the review, you guys. Let's get it. Let's go. Starting off, this is, like I said, this is The Last Dance, directed by Jason Hehir, brought to you by ESPN and Netflix. And this is documentary that follows the 90s Bulls, the dynasty that started it all when it comes to Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman, Horace Grant, Tony Kukoc, Steve Kerr, a lot of other players that was on the Chicago Bulls team. And right off the bat, I wanted to start off with the whole idea of this documentary. And when the 98 season started, they brought together a film crew to follow Michael Jordan and the 98 Bulls team on their final run for a 6th championship. And what they did was they compiled all this footage and put it into a vault, just so it can sit there and wait for someone to pick it up to make this documentary. And another quick tip, another quick idea I did know about that, saying if they didn't do this documentary, it was literally going to sit in that vault. They were literally going to wait until Michael Jordan signed off on doing this documentary. And he did sign off on it. It's funny, he signed off on it when LeBron James won his 3rd championship with Cleveland. If you guys didn't know, I am from Cleveland, so it just happens to be funny that he finally said the okay on this documentary when LeBron won his 3rd championship for Cleveland. I really love the structure of this documentary. Like I said, we're following Michael Jordan throughout the 98 season, but also they flash back and we see each time he wins an NBA championship from 91 to 97, and it is the way it's structured is so beautiful. So right off the bat, they basically compiled all this old footage from each season, from each game, and remastered it to make it look like much as HD as they can, because each of this stuff was filmed with film, and they remastered it to make it look the top quality they could, and it looks beautiful. It makes me upset watching the games that are on YouTube, because you can search all the finals games that he's been in on YouTube, but the quality on these videos aren't that good. They are really terrible. But watching this documentary, it makes me wish they can go back and just release all these games again and just make them remastered. Just remastered all these games. That would be lovely. I would love to watch most of these games in HD, but obviously they can't do that. Absolutely love the way they did the structure of this documentary, and it's just so crazy to see Michael Jordan so at this emotional state in this documentary. He is so open about certain things that he's mostly been enclosed about, and it's just so I just appreciate him coming out and talking about all these situations, dealing with all the stuff with Jerry Krause, with Isaiah Thomas, you know, a lot of stuff that he had to deal with management. It's just crazy, all the stuff that he's been through throughout his whole career on the Bulls. and he still was able to overcome and win championships for these teams that he really didn't like management. He did not like Jerry Krause, which is who was the general manager of those Bulls teams. He did not like him, but he still held together and won all those championships for him. The thing that surprised me about the documentary was with Scottie Pippen and everything he had to deal with, as well with Jerry Krause. Both Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen did not like Jerry Krause, and they really explained that in the documentary, which I found intriguing as well. Another interesting thing that I found intriguing was Dennis Rodman. I did not know that Dennis Rodman, twice in the season, that he literally left the team to go do something. First he went to Vegas, and then he went to go wrestle with Hulk Hogan. I did not know that, and it's so fascinating that Dennis Rodman did those things, but he also still delivered on a court on a nightly basis. Regardless of him going to party, he still came back and still dedicated himself to the game. It's so fascinating to me that he did that. Is that Phil Jackson is an amazing coach. His resume really speaks for it all. It's just crazy that all the stuff that all these main people did that they go through, every single time they went through an NBA title, it's just fascinating to me. And I just couldn't stop watching this documentary, knowing all this stuff that has happened with all these interesting people, and just see how most people are talking about each other. You know, they talk about MJ, to hear Magic Johnson and Larry Bird talk about MJ as he's a god on a basketball court. It's just so fascinating. Like I said, another thing I want to talk about that I love about documentaries, I just love the montages. They have so many great montages with Jordan doing some incredible things. Like I said, I think it has to be episode 2. He has his montage, and they use a Prince song in that montage, and it's such an incredible montage. It needs to be put on YouTube. That's such an incredible montage. Another thing I want to talk about is the music. The music is very good in this documentary. Each song that they play when it comes to certain scenes going on in the documentary, it's really spot on. I love the moment they talked about Kobe. Rest in peace, Kobe Bryant. It's fascinating to see that they was able to get his interviews in, obviously, before he passed away, and hear him talk about Mike, that he was a very inspiration to him, you know, that he doesn't like that people compare the two. You know, he appreciates that everything that MJ did for him, because without him, he doesn't have the championship, and I love hearing him say that as well. Another thing that I wanted to talk about is that Michael Jordan is so keen into his mindset that he really wants to win, and that's so important to this documentary, is that he doesn't care about anything besides winning at any cost. He wants to make sure that he is he's the best player on the best team, and that's just so fascinating to hear Michael Jordan talk about that he wanted to win at any cost, regardless of what was going on with management, what was going on with his teammates, what was going on behind the scenes, what was going on with the media. He wanted to win at any cost. And it's so fascinating to hear Michael Jordan talk about so many different things, like going to baseball, like, you know, coming back after losing, and when he came back from baseball, and him coming back and stuff like that. It's just so fascinating to me that he just came out and was so emotional and so honest about everything. I really am really fascinated about this man. The thing I want to talk about, which was one of my favorite parts of this documentary, and Michael Jordan had this quote, and he says, winning has a price and leadership has a price. And he pulled people who didn't want to be pulled. When you join the team, you basically are at the level as he is when you join the team. And he didn't ask for anything less. And one thing he didn't do is that he never asked his teammates to do something that he never did. And which was so fascinating, is that's what a leader does. He, regardless of him dogging you or talking trash or belittling you, he's right there at practice doing everything that he's telling you to do. He's doing it as well. And that's so fascinating as a basketball player, as a man himself, to act on that and do what he does. You know, he has 6 championships for a reason, because he has the mindset to go out and win at any cost. And I just absolutely love this documentary. Like I said, they talk about so many memorable games. Obviously talk about the flu game. You know, it's one of my favorite stories to hear, that Michael Jordan was sick while playing this game. He still scored like 40 points in like 44 minutes, which was insane. With the, well, now we hear in the documentary, it wasn't flu, it was food poisoning. It should be called the food poisoning game, which is hilarious. But I absolutely love the way this documentary is structured. It's structured so well. I love that they basically remastered some of these scenes, and we get to see behind the scenes of what they were doing, what they were talking about. And you know, it's just so fascinating to me. I absolutely love this documentary. I really do recommend watching it. It's currently on Netflix right now. I have it on Blu-ray, but it looks really good on Blu-ray as well. I would highly recommend buying it. If you're a Michael Jordan fan, I highly recommend buying this Last Dance documentary on Blu-ray. It's like $50 at Target and Best Buy, if I'm not mistaken. But it is currently on Netflix, so if you guys do want to watch it, it is on Netflix. If you're a Michael Jordan fan, if you're a basketball fan, if you're a fan of documentaries, I highly recommend watching this documentary. It would have you very intrigued, very entertained as well. And like I said, Michael Jordan he's Michael Jordan. I mean, at a point, he's still one of the top athletes of all time, and he hasn't played the game in almost 20 years. It's insane to think about that. Like I said, hope you guys enjoyed this review. Please slap that like button. Please subscribe for more. If you have seen The Last Dance, let me know in the comment section below. Let's get a conversation going. I would love to hear your thoughts on this documentary. Let me know if Michael Jordan is the GOAT in your eyes. Let me know as well. Leave a comment in the comment section below. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell as well. I would love to hear you guys. If you're new to the channel, welcome to the Alex Thomas channel. I do reviews, Blu-ray updates, Blu-ray collection videos, and more other videos as well. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I am out on this one, you guys. Peace.